What up, fellow Blue Jays? Sean Blue here. Big news dropped yesterday about Jay Z. He was accused of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl years back, and and along with P Diddy. And P Diddy is already a well-known creep. He's in jail right now. Um, P Diddy thought he was like invincible. He thought he was so wealthy. He thought he was like the Duponts. He thought he was like, oh, I'm wealthy. I can just get away with this. And then it's like, nah, you're not going to get away with this, P Diddy. You're going to answer for it. So I think that's great. I think that's great that all these like wealthy, creepy people are finally getting called out. I've been doing that for years. I've been talking about and I know I'm not going to get the credit for it, but I got to put my own ego aside for the greater good. I have to um, just accept that, because I've been talking about the Franklin cover up for years about Lawrence C. King, leader of the Black Republicans at the time, who got in trouble, or who was being thrown out there about abusing kids at Boys Town, Nebraska, way back in the '80s. So yeah, I talked about that, and um, so I've been talking about stuff like this for years and stuff like that, and I just think it's interesting that everyone else is talking about it now themselves, on the news and everything. So yeah, Jay Z is being called out for that. So far, he's an innocent guy. I don't know, but if he did do that, then he's a very evil person. So yeah, gross. Um, and even with the Duponts, the movie Foxcatcher. So yeah, there's always something wacky going on everywhere. It's insane. Um, the movie Foxcatcher is really good. You guys should check that out. But so yeah, I'm just happy that P Diddy and maybe even Jay Z is getting called out for all this creepy stuff, and it makes you wonder who's next and stuff like that. It's getting wild out there. And oh, and speaking about people getting their dues, not dues, but getting like some respect, was Johnny Rotten from the Sex Pistols. Johnny Rotten back in the early '80s called out Jimmy Savile, and years later, Jimmy Savile ended up passing away, and all these people after he passed away came forward and talked about how he was a sexual predator, but Johnny Rotten talked about this way back when he was still alive, back in the early '80s. But that footage wasn't allowed to be aired on TV. And then many years later, the footage was saved and it was shown to him during this one interview. And when he was watching it, he was smiling. He's like, "Boy," he's like, "Weren't I right?" And people were applauding him. And I was thinking, good for Johnny Rotten. He got his dues for calling out a creep, a real life creep, way back then. So. And so, like, is Jay Z innocent or not? I don't know. There are women out there that do make up rumors about men. I met some pretty nasty ass women in my life. And like the Me Too movement, a lot of the stories were real, a lot of stories weren't. It was, so there are like women that out there that make up stories. So who the hell knows? But time will tell. Time will tell to all this. So please, everyone, fly safe and have fun. All right. Peace out, Blue Jays.